treat me, that's just fine. Go on down and get in line. They try to tell me what I need, and it sure ain't nothing good for me. Don't care what they say, it's all just talk. Gonna head my way and walk my walk. They try to bend me, but I won't break. I'll pay no mind to the noise they make. I keep my head, I'll hold my ground. Ain't no man gonna knock me down. They can swing, but I won't flinch. I was built for times like this, so talk your shit, but be aware. I don't care. I've seen lies dressed up like truth, heard old men preaching to the youth. But talk is cheap and words don't last. I let my work speak for my past. Can't keep me down, I still stand tall, even when my back's against the wall. Lost some friends when times got tough, but the ones that stayed are more than enough. They try to bend me, but I won't break. I pay no mind to the noise they make. I keep my head, I hold my ground. Ain't no man gonna knock me down. They can swing, but I won't flinch. I was built for times like this, so talk your shit, but be aware. I don't care. They can drag my name through the dirt. It won't stop me, I've been through worse. Every scar is a lesson learned, and every bridge was made to burn. They try to bend me, but I won't break. I pay no mind to the noise they make. I keep my head, I hold my ground. Ain't no man gonna knock me down. They can swing, but I won't flinch. I was built for times like this. Talk your shit, but be aware. I don't care.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get myself together. I just woke up, y'all. Give me a second. Let me repeat this. Well, let's do this one right here, right quick. Let me see. All right. Hold on, y'all. I just got up. That ain't y'all's fault, baby. I apologize. Loyalty, baby.
I've seen handshakes mean nothing at all, just smoke in the air, words ready to fall. Heard I got you said way too easy. Funny how it fades when it ain't convenient. Some folks ride when the road is smooth, disappear soon as the cracks come through. I learned young, it ain't who's around, it's who stays when the lights burn out. Ain't about no's, ain't about pride, it's who don't flinch when the world turns sideways. That loyalty, standing your ground when the truth gets heavy and the shine dies down. It ain't a word you throw around, it's showing up when there's nothing to gain. When the crowd is gone and the cost is real, that's when you learn what loyalty feels. Yeah, loyalty don't make a sound, but it don't let you hit the ground. I've been broke with the walls closed, and then phone stayed quiet, learned who was who then. Saw friends fade like an old bar sign, still flickering when the power died. I don't need much, just straight up truth. Someone solid who'll see it through. I'd rather trust one test the soul than 100 voices I don't know. Respect ain't free. It's a long, hard road built in the moments nobody knows. That's loyalty, holding the line when it costs you sleep and peace of mind. It don't brag, it don't explain, it just shows up again and again. When the plan falls apart halfway through and there ain't a damn thing left to lose. Yeah, loyalty don't shine or shine, but it's still breathing when the lights go out. I've watched deals die over dirty pride, seen brothers split over dollar signs. Everybody's tough when the sun's still up. Funny how quiet it gets when it's rough. A man's word ain't written in ink, it's proven slow. When the things feel risky, you find out fast tools built to stay. When the easy road walks away, it ain't bought. It ain't bought a soul, it's built from scars and long cold roads. That's loyalty, earn not claim, still standing when the rules all change. It don't fold under pressure or fear, it don't disappear when the end gets near. When the world turns fast and the masks fall down, that's when loyalty's sticking around. Yeah, loyalty ain't about the crown, it's who's still there when there's no way out. I've stayed one walk, would have been easy, bit my tongue when it would have been cleaner. Held the line when the blame hit hard, took my share of the broken parts. I ain't perfect, I ain't above, I messed things up with stubborn love, but I never ran when it mattered most. I stayed when it hurt, I stayed when it cost. If I fall, I know who's real, not by talk, but who stays still. If I rise, they won't need praise. They were there on the darkest days. I don't need favors, I don't need proof. Just one damn thing, honest truth. When everything else turns faulty, I still believe in loyalty. Yeah, loyalty. Quiet and strong, doesn't care if the road is long. It don't leave when the deal goes bad. It don't forget the past we had. When there's nothing left but memory, that's when loyalty stands with me. That's loyalty, standing tall through the rise, the fall, and the final call. It ain't perfect, it ain't clean, but it's the realest thing I've ever seen. When the noise fades out and the dust settles down, you won't have to ask who's still around. Yeah, loyalty don't need a crowd, it's who's still there when the lights go out. No medals hanging, no victory song, just quiet faith that runs real strong when everything else proves faulty. I still believe in loyalty. And loyalty.
All right. That's loyalty, man. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to take it off. All right. Okay, so as y'all can see, I was only like a minute late, forgive me, y'all. Yeah, I had just woke up. I said I was scheduled my live for 6 o'clock initially, no, 6:30 initially. Then after watching some stuff and taking notes and stuff and ate some chili earlier and just got sleepy and went to sleep. I said, Lord, please let me wake up on time. So I woke up right at the time. But anyhow, the topic of this show tonight, not gonna be long, just gonna be a brief. But do you think trans women have an obligation to disclose their biological identity in a relationship? That's what the topic of the conversation is going to be tonight. And I'm going to play some audio of transgender women, men who are out there tricking straight biological men, straight men, whatever that, into thinking that they're biological women. And, in my opinion, that's very dangerous, So we're going to take a listen to this one transgender woman. Where did I start at? I know I started it at, but I want to see which one I found. Yeah, and this is going to be very interesting. And then we're going to just go and see how devastating it could be when, some transgender play this game. So that's why I will say to that Madison, T.S. Madison, I do applaud her for being honest and truthful with letting people know that, yes, he has a penis. So therefore, there's no tricking nobody into thinking that she's a man. I mean, that she's a woman. Y'all see, I'm getting confused again. But into thinking that she's, y'all know what I'm trying to say, shit. That thinking that he lets you know that he has a penis, okay? She lets you know she has a penis. How that make you a woman, I don't know. But that is what it is. Okay, so shout out to the trans, gays, and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? But be careful when you are living that lifestyle because it's very dangerous, especially from what I've reviewed over the past couple of hours. I'm going to play this clip here. This trans person said he found out I'm trans and it went left. I mean, in which I'm sure it did. So y'all take a listen to this. I'm on the right point, I think. And then I'm going to interrupt here and there. All right, let's go.
After he keep looking at me and I keep looking at him, I'm starting to get nervous. Like, I'm starting to feel my nerves. Like, bitch, my heart is starting to boom, 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 boom. Because, bitch, he don't know I'm trans. I've never met this man before. I'm in a city that I just moved to probably a month before this had happened. Anything could happen. We're driving. I don't know where we're going. Like, I wouldn't even know how to get back to where I need to get back to if I need to get back to where I came from to get back to where I came to get back to. What the fuck? I'm not saying I'm smart. I mean, I am smart. I'm not saying this was a smart decision or this was the smart thing to do. At this point, we're driving. I'm like, can you stop at Wawa so I can get a water? I just needed to get out that car for a second. Because the more he was looking at me and the more I was knowing, like, oh my God, is he fucking me? I was getting more and more nervous. He pulls up to the Quick Trip. I mean, the Wawa. I go inside the Wawa and I call my mom. I'm like, Ma, I'm out with this guy right now. I just kept it a bean. I was like, I'm out with this guy right now. He don't know I'm trans and we're going somewhere, but he's like acting a little bit weird and I might need you to call me in a couple of minutes and tell me like, oh, come back home, like da 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 da. I already set it up like that.
Okay, so the trans person, this is my thing. So I just don't get it. You placing your life in a real bad situation to where you could have been off due to you not bringing to the attention that to this gentleman, this straight man, that you were transgender. That's a real, very dangerous game. You're lucky you're able to speak about that story today. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not cool. But I'm gonna let you finish telling your story because it's yours. Let's go.
I was like, all right, if you feel uncomfortable, you need to go. You need to go home, basically. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna text you if anything. I was like, all right, I got my water. I go back to the car. When I get in the car, the vibe of the car felt tense. It felt, dare I say, frightening. I get back in the car, he just looking at me for a second. I'm like, ready? Fuck. Because what are you staring at? He like, we just gonna pull up right here. I don't know where we were supposed to pull up before this, but he ends up just pulling up in the parking lot across from where the Wawa was. We pull up in the parking lot. As we're pulling up, I'm like, so have you been in a relationship before? Da da da. He like,
nah, but the other day, this trans girl snapped.
What are we? At this point, I don't know what that is. What is trans? Transformation?
And see, baby, at that time, when he basically he knew who you was the whole time. You know what? He probably knew who you were, what you was, and had a problem with that lifestyle, and was geared to set you up to unalive you. And it's really sad. It's very unfortunate, but when you live in that lifestyle on the streets and stuff, and on them social media, on them social media dating sites and stuff, you don't know who's behind that lens, And then, hell, you could have been caught off guard. As soon as he pulled up to pick you up, you could have been unalive, So, I mean, I am knocking your hustle, but that's very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's very dangerous. I'll let you all know some things that I've learned from the drag queen experience from other, when I was coming up, the situations that they were placing themselves in and stuff, but you have to buy my book. I'm not giving you nothing for free. You know what I'm saying? So you have to buy my book, and I'm still working on it. Let's finish taking a listen, y'all.
Transportation, trans congregation. That's the only trans I know. And in that moment that he brought up trans anything, my heart started racing even more. My heart was about to jump out my chest, because no straight man on a date with anybody is just bringing up anything to do trans anything. That's just not happening. So as soon as
exactly, so apparently he clocked you from jump. He knew what you was. Because what man is gonna automatically say, when y'all, because you talking about he was looking at you strange and stuff, because he's like, damn man, I hope this ain't another one of them trans, and and the voice change and all that, and 1 minute you're like, and then it goes to a baritone. I'm what is a trans? The voice change and everything. People pick up on that. And so it's pretty obvious to me that you got comfortable enough to where you could go back to your baritone voice, because you were fearing for your life. So y'all, let's keep taking a listen.
Like trans something, I start texting my homegirl Maya from my last story time. I'm like, I think he just clocked me. Like, he's talking about something trans right now. Like, I think he clocked me. She's like, well, why? How would he clock you? Da da da. Like, I don't think so. Like, da da da. But if anything, get out of there. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let you know. Like, da da da. He's like, this trans girl hit me up the other day on Snapchat, like, asking to give me head. I'm like, what? I'm like, that's crazy. But yeah, how long you said you've been in a relationship? Because
and see, that's a telltale sign, baby. You were clocked. He clocked you. You know, anytime that he just bring up all of a sudden, if you were a real woman, that conversation, if he thought that you were a real woman, that conversation would have never, ever came up. So he clocked you from jump, baby. He clocked you from jump. And it's sad, but it was good for him because he wasn't into that that type of relationship. And you were real lucky. You know what I'm saying? Real lucky. All right, y'all, let's finish listening.
Next topic. I don't even want to. Next topic. But at that moment, I'm like, oh my God, he clocked me. And I don't know what can happen next. We're sitting there for a second, and he's like, I keep trying to change the conversation. He keep bringing it back to the trans girl that messaged him on Snapchat trying to give him head. I keep trying to dodge the conversation. He goes,
I want to ask you something, but I don't want to offend you.
So I'm like,
so don't ask me. But yeah, so where's the liquor?
Because nigga, don't ask me then. Don't ask me. Let's just keep it pushing. He passed me the bottle. I take a little sip to try to calm my nerve. I take a little sip. He's like, yeah, so what made you move from New York? I'm like, yeah, like I just wanted something different. I just wanted some change, blah, blah, blah. He asked me a couple more questions. I'm like, yeah, like answering his questions. He goes,
no. I gotta ask you. It might offend you.
I was like, if it's gonna offend me, don't ask me. Knowing what he was about to ask me. And y'all know what he was about to ask me.
Yeah, we know what he's going to ask you. Because apparently at this point you have been clocked, baby. Yes, most definitely we know what he's going to ask you next. Because anytime the conversation centers around a transgender in which he had been tricked before, but apparently not, because he clocked that situation just like he clocked you. Just like he clocked you before anything could kick off, right? So y'all just keep listening. What happened?
He looks me square in the face, squints a little, tilts his head, looks me up and down, and goes, were you like born a woman? Now I really should have acted.
So you're gay. You like men. No. So that's why you took me here? Because you thought I was no, bring me home.
That's what I should have did. Now at this moment.
No, that ain't what you should have did, cause you know, at this point, baby, he already knew what you were. And if you got that, if a woman would have got that offended by a man saying to her that asking the question, are you I've been tricked by trans, because I'm gonna tell you like this, if that were me in that situation, y'all, hold on a second, let me light my thing. Oh. Yeah, y'all. Now, if that were me in that situation on some real, and I happen to, I don't do them dating sites, but just say that I went to McDonald's or somewhere to get a burger or something or whatever, to get something to eat, anywhere to go get something to eat. And I saw this woman that I thought was very attractive, and I walk up on her, but like most men, hey, damn, you see a bad motherfucker, you gonna be, bad motor scooter, you gonna be like, damn, baby, what's up? How you doing? And y'all know my lines. I be throwing. damn, baby, you woke up looking like that this morning, trying to steal my shot, right? And so at this point, if I'm not knowing that you are a biological man and I put you in my vehicle, and first of all, okay, and we established that we're gonna have a relationship or whatever, I'm not knowing that you're a transgender, right? And so we talk over the phone every day, text message and all that, you know what I'm saying? And then we just, maybe after a couple of 2-3 weeks, then we get a little more serious. And now I want some draws, right? Because if you're going to give it up on the first night, I don't want it. And so, because if you're giving it up to me on the first night, who else you can give it up on the first night? I want to work for it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with waiting, So, but anyhow, so if we get up to where, to the point to where it's getting ready to be sexual, I want to be able to. I'm like, I'm now we've been 3 weeks to a month in. I'm ready to start rubbing the legs and rubbing between the leg. If I feel something down there, it's gonna be a major problem. If it's not what's supposed to be down there with the identity that you're showing me right then and there, oh baby, it's gonna be a problem. And I put that on everything. So that's what I'm saying. This person is that we in this audio, this person could have put his I'm gonna say his because I'm confused with this, because if you still got a penis, but I'm still respecting, because he's this I don't know. But I'm gonna call him her, But if she's placing herself in these type of dangerous situations, don't know this man from a whole nother city, a whole nother state, and you playing these type of games, you don't know where that man then took you to, because now he done clocked you. But y'all, let's keep listening. I don't want to go too long-winded on it. Let's go.
2 options. Not knowing either way that this could go. I could either say, yes, I am trans, and face whatever fate came at the end of that yes, or I could lie and say, no, I am not. Now, some people would have said yes, some people would have said no. I sat with myself and I had to think quickly. I said, yeah, I thought you knew that I wasn't. Like, I thought you knew that I'm trans. In this.
Okay, now I'll give him a little grace on that, because at this point she's fearing for her life, and it was a dating site that they met on. Okay, so I'm gonna give this individual that's speaking, the transgender person, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and she said that once he asked the question, "Are you a trans?" and she's like, made her little soft voice, yeah. I thought you knew. Now that was a good comeback. So I'll give you that. That was a good comeback. But at this point, this man then wasted his time, thinking that you's a female, a biological woman. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. But at least you did give him the option, whether at that point, because it didn't go sexual. But still, he's mad because he had in his mind that he's getting ready, most men think they gonna hit, if he can find one that's, but I'm not that type that I'm going to want none on the first date. No way. We have to have some type of communication in between time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not gonna be that easy. So let's just keep taking a listen, y'all.
Little baby girl voice. I thought you knew that I'm trans. Like, I thought you knew that. I thought you knew that. I was like, what? Like, in the script, it's in my bio. On the app, it's on my bio. Like, bitch, I'm trying to flip the script and everything. I'm giving like, no.
Okay, so now she's saying that she told him that it was in the bio. Now, if he would open up his phone and went back to the bio where they first initially met on the app, and saw that it said that she was transgender or whatever, it could have went a whole different way. So I don't know if he opened up his phone now, but y'all, I'm not gonna keep interrupting. Let's keep taking a listen. Let's go.
Like I said, y'all, when I tell y'all this man did not say nothing back, He cocks his chair back and he's laying in his chair, shaking his head. And I'm just sitting there, awkwardly looking at him. He just sat back in his seat like this. I'm like, at this point, I'm scared. So I'm like, are you mad? Like, you could just take me home. You could just take me home. Because, bitch, please don't kill me. Just take me home. Or leave me right here. Honestly, if it's either kill me or leave me right here, just leave me. If it's either kill me or just leave me right here, just leave me right here. For real. If that's two options that I'm given, please just leave me right here. Like, I'll be okay. For real. I will. For real. Right here. For real. So I'm like, are you mad? He's just shaking his head, ignoring me, not saying nothing. Bitch, when I tell y'all, bitch, I almost got out the car. I'm like, I could just like leave, like I could just, bitch, about to get out the car. He gonna say,
take 2 more shots.
Take 2 more shots? Why? Bitch, I'm in my head, I'm like, he's about to tell me take 2 more shots so that I could have alcohol in my system and he could throw me out the car while he's driving 120 and then it'll look like I had alcohol in my system and I just had a freak accident. I'm thinking crazy. I'm like, he's gonna have me drink the bottle. When I take a sip, he's gonna hit it from the bag. It's gonna go down my uvula, and I'm gonna choke and drown on the liquor in the car. And he's gonna leave me. I'm thinking all types of shit. I'm like, I'm gonna reach for the bottle. He's gonna grab the bottle, crack it over my head, then use the little glass part and shift me in the neck. Bitch, my mind is going crazy. He's like, take 2 more shots. I'm like, I'm okay. You could just take me home. You could just take me.
Okay, so if you had all this going on in your mind, I mean that has to be someone with a mental illness, because if you're gonna place your life in harm's way, and you knowing and you thinking in the back of your mind, that's a real risky game you playing, and before you even made contact with this man, you should have let him know, man, keeping it real. I mean, you have some men that will do transgenders. I mean, you should have just kept trying. I don't care if he looked like Denzel, if he looked like what's that commercial, that one man y'all back in my day, Denzel Washington, or what's that other man, whoever, one of them that women says, oh, he's fine or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, you don't wait until he get there, the first date, the first time that y'all meet face to face to tell, and then he has to find out. That's real dangerous. Let's go.
Like, take 2 more shots. Imagine how scary that is. He's like, nah, take 2 more shots. I'm literally shaking hands. My hands are sweating right now thinking about it. I'm like, no, it's okay. You could just take me home. Like, I don't want to drink and then go home and be drunk. So he says, you want to go home?
Wow.
Section 8.
Hold on, y'all. We had a commercial break. Here we go.
I was hoping that I'll make it back. Like, what the fuck? Do I want to go home? I was hoping. Like, I do want to make it home. Like, because I'm scared. Like, bitch, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? You're not saying nothing. You shaking your head. You telling me take 2 more shots. Like, bitch, I'm scared. What is this giving? Tell me in the comments, what was that giving y'all? Why did he want me to take 2 more shots? I know why he wanted me to take 2 more shots. I'm like, you could just take me home. I thought you knew. You could just take me home. He like, you want to go home? Hold on. Now, if I wasn't in this type of situation where he could have did anything to me and nobody would have known in that moment, I would have been like, yes, take me home. Fuck, you heard me 3-4 times. Yeah, fuck. But because I am in a situation where this could go left or right, bitch, every word counts. I'm like, yeah, you could just, like, it's okay. Like, you could just take me home. We get to driving, baby. When I tell you, he said, bitch started driving mad fast. Bitch, I'm like, he don't care about me or him. I drove this man to the brink. Like, he don't care about me or him. He's driving mad fast. So he's driving. I'm driving my fast, get into where we going, and he looks to me and he's like, I didn't know. And I'm like, okay. Because okay. Like, bitch, I just am scared, bitch. I'm texting my homegirl that he called me, he's taking me home, bitch. He didn't know, like, bitch, I'm on the way home, bitch. Hopefully I make it home. Here's my location, here's my pen, here's what he looked like, here's his license plate, bitch, because I already had all of that. Because I knew prior to getting in his car, and I still do this to this day. I'm going on a date, take a picture of that license plate. Girls, take a picture of that license plate. Send it to a homegirl. Make sure a girl has your
Okay, so my thing is this, young lady, young transgender. Okay, so it appears that you have not learned your lesson because you're basically letting the other trans women with penises, you're basically letting them know what to do, how to do it. They take photos of the license plate and send somebody your location and things of that nature. Okay, so but why place yourself in a situation when you can just be up front with who you are? That's the part I don't get. So it has to be a mental illness because I would never, ever, 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 ever play those type of games with my life. I mean, I'm just saying, but I don't know. Maybe that's why they're probably affording you all like all these different benefits to be a woman. But what I don't understand is like when you all say that biological women are hating on you. How I see that part, I just don't get because how are they hating on you and you're trying to be a woman? They already have the equipment to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand it. Cause all them bees, they just hating. They just hating. Hating for what, baby? They already have the equipment they're biologically a woman. So I don't understand why y'all want to keep saying that the women are hating. Hating on what? If anything, you are hating on the woman because you want to be like the woman. And a lot of these transgender homosexuals and stuff, the ones that dress up in drag and stuff like that, they just, they are how do I want to say this? They're like quick to go off, like some, they just come off real nasty. Like it's I was just talking to a lady friend of mine today while she was at work, and we were talking about the same exact thing. She said, because she's had a room at the boat down there, the casino, for the last week or so, and she said that she met up with a trans person that's that she met down there at the casino, and it's like she's just asking questions and, they just come off real nasty, and I mean, I don't understand it. So how are you going to be mad because a biological woman asking you questions on, I mean, I just don't get it. Y'all come on, keep listening. There's more.
We get to my crib and he quick stop. When I tell y'all, I never, bitch, grabbed a fucking door handle so fucking fast. Baby, I popped that door open. And as I'm about to get out, he's like, yo. I'm like, because, bitch, I'm thinking this has to be, yo, pop. Like, what the fuck, bitch? Because, y'all, this shit really happens. That's why this is not anything I recommend. I was early in my transition. This is not nothing that I would recommend to no girl. This is really dangerous. So he's like, yo. So I turn around. He's like, it's not your fault. Like, you good. So I'm like, thank you. And let me stop. I'm like, thank you. But I really did. I was really talking like, thank you. Thank you. I shut that door, bitch. When I tell you, bitch, comically ran to that fucking door, bitch. Bitch, you would have thought I was in a horror movie and Jason was 12 feet behind. Bitch, bitch, trying to open the door. I get into my crib. I go in my room, bitch. I sit down. I'm like, we got got another one. No, I'm just joking. I'm totally kidding. I get in my room, I sit down, I'm like, nah, that was crazy. I immediately hop on my TikTok live and I'm like, y'all, this is what just happened. And I told my TikTok live the whole story from start to finish of what took place that night. Now, this would be perfect for me to end the story.
Okay, so so you basically took the man back to your home and you jumped out the car in front of your home. Okay, see that's one thing, you know. If I were in some type of situation that like that, living that lifestyle, I would never bring no one to my home where I lay my head, where I know I just thought I was going to trick this man out of something, and then bring him back to my house where I lay my head at. That's a real bad decision that you made. Okay, let's go.
That was the last time I did that. I learned my lesson. I'm not gonna lie to y'all though. There's so many more stories where a guy didn't know. But listen, I had those days, you know, I learned my lesson. I went through the motions. I learned things along the way. And I know that it's not safe and I know that it's dangerous. And I know that that shouldn't be the norm. But I'm just an ordinary girl, you know. So that wraps up this story. But y'all, please do not be like me to my trans girls. Tell me what you think. Tell me, why do y'all think he wanted me to take those extra shots once he found out that I was trans? Tell me what y'all thought was about to happen when I told him I was trans. Why was he sitting back? Why did I wear silver eyeshadow with no makeup? There's so many questions to be answered. Comment them down below and let's chat. Let's keep the conversation going. Anything y'all?
Okay, so there we have it on that. So we're gonna go to this next story. What's this one right here, Michael? Oh, we're gonna do that one last, y'all. Now, see, I don't understand this one right here. It's just a little short. It's you have a transgender female and you have a transgender male. Now, both of the trans woman looks just like a little girl. You could tell she's young and real young. And the transition boy, I'm gonna show y'all them. But this is crazy to me. I mean, now, okay, so y'all listen to this, y'all. Come on, cause make it make sense to me. Now, okay, so if you're a trans woman that still has a penis and a female a trans man. Now, if you claiming that you don't want vagina, and then the trans man don't want no penis, I can't figure that out. Maybe, I mean, is it that maybe the trans man want a female that looks like, wants a man to look like a female that still has his piece parts down there, and then the trans man looks like a straight man. I don't get it, but somebody please let me know somewhere in the comments. I don't get that, because if the trans woman don't want no vagina and the trans man don't want no penis, there has to be a lot of psychological torture there. I don't know, but if anybody know, please let me know, because I don't understand it. Honestly, y'all, I'm not being funny or anything like that. I don't get it. Oh, y'all, let me put my welcome in sign up down here. Hold on. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, I know I was rude. I'm sorry, baby. Welcome in, everybody. So y'all know I'm live. I know y'all know I'm live, but you know, Icy Mike just do the most sometimes. So let me put a little exclamation point up here so y'all know I'm out here. I'm talking live, baby. Yes, I'm live, sugar boogers. We live on the stream yard, baby. Yes, he did. So I'm gonna put me up here, put me on the thing right there. All right, there you go. I'm here, baby. I'm live, baby. All right, so now we have some more stories to tell. Well, to listen to. All right, now you guys on this situation. Now this is not the one. Hold on. Y'all, actually, since I was just talking about, because we're not gonna be on here that long, so I'm gonna let y'all take a listen to this right here. Come on, let's go.
In love with LaShawn. The transgender couple met on TikTok 2 years ago.
And LaShawn was like commenting, and I wasn't really paying it any mind. But then the comments were like, "Girl, go look at his page." This handsome gentleman here. We got a lot of judgment on social media, and trolls a lot of the times will say that we're confused about our gender.
And despite proudly sharing their transgender journeys, they often face backlash.
It really gets dark on TikTok. The comments were just nasty.
Anybody that's not trans wouldn't understand what it feels like to literally feel like you're in the wrong body. Like to literally look at yourself in the mirror and see someone that looks foreign to you.
Hold on, y'all gotta see this. Hold on.
It's Sienna. She fell in love with LaShawn.
Hold on, y'all. Y'all have to see this. Hold on a minute. Y'all, I am like, wow. Hold on. Oh, y'all really have to see this couple. Which one is it, Michael? She was a man, I was a woman. Now we in love. Here you go, right here, y'all. I am not making this up, baby. Hold on a second. Let me see. Can y'all see it? Hold on, sweeties. Okay, there you go. Here we go, right here. So, y'all, I'm ready to play this. Roll this beautiful being footage, I see, Mike. I am. Here we go. Let's go.
The transgender couple met on TikTok 2 years ago.
And LaShawn was like commenting. Wasn't really paying it any mind. But then the comments were like, "Girl, go look at his page." And I saw this handsome gentleman.
Oh, yeah, I might have to.
We got a lot of judgment on social media and trolls a lot.
Hold on. Yeah, I done messed something up, right?
So that we're confused about our gender.
And despite proudly sharing gender journeys, they often face backlash.
It really gets dark on TikTok. The comments were just nasty.
Anybody that's not trans understand what it feels like to literally feel like you're in the wrong.
Okay, y'all. All right, I done did something.
It's Sienna. She fell in love with LaShawn. The transgender couple met on TikTok 2 years ago.
LaShawn was like commenting, and I wasn't really paying it any mind. But then the comments were like, "Girl, go look at his." And I saw this handsome gentleman here. We got a lot of judgment on social media and trolls a lot of the we're confused about our gender.
And despite proudly sharing their journeys.
Okay, because it keeps doing that, but y'all can see that. Okay, so all right, here we go. All right, so I just took it off because it keep going back and forth, and I don't want to jeopardize anything on this end. But as you can see, the trans woman looks just like could have fooled me. You know, and then the trans man could have fooled me as well, you know, because I'm like, but you know, like I say, and I will continuously say, if I were, you know, I'm touching down there because you know I'm a little freak. I want to make up now that it's so prevalent now that where you know we have these trans folks that's you know trying to be women and. You know, stuff like that. I'm going down there to feel because if I feel anything other than what's supposed to be down there, I'm gonna be really mad. You know. Yeah, I was lighting my cigarette back. So, I mean, to each their own. I mean, I'm not hating on nobody, you know, but when you're in those type of situations, you need to be real. You need to be honest about it. You know, so we gonna go with this story right here with this one transgender who was Cade. Hold on. Who was Cade. But hey, Miss Mama Mary Boo, I see you, Bible. Let me share the screen right here, y'all. Which one is it, Michael? Right here? Yeah. All right, we're gonna play this right here. This is one named Girl La 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 La. who was paid by her boyfriend was a football player. I believe may have been college football or something like that. So he messed up his whole career. But y'all, let's take a listen to this report coming to you from WPLG Local 10 News. Let's go.
During the haunting 911 calls after a TikTok influencer was shot.
Police say her boyfriend made a desperate plea for help after he allegedly pulled the trigger. Now it's Civic live in Fort Lauderdale with the latest on this. So no.
Louie and Christy, that 911 call is frantic. It is urgent. You can sense the desperation. And deputies arrested 25-year-old Shanoid White. He is charged with first-degree murder and remains locked up here at the Broward County main jail. And authorities say not only did he kill his girlfriend, but he's the one that alerted them to the crime. Take a listen.
Please, I need help.
A frantic 911 call.
Get here, hurry up and get here. Who's calling me? Hurry up and get here. Stay on the line with me. I need you to stay on the line with me, okay?
The situation is dire. Time is of the essence after transgender TikTok influencer Harrison, also known as Girl La La La, was shot. Broward Sheriff's Office investigators say once they arrived on the scene Friday night along the 3300 block of Northwest 37th Avenue in Lauderdale Lakes, they were flagged by 25-year-old Shanoid White. They've identified him as the 911 caller and say he was also the shooter. According to an arrest form, the pair had been in a relationship for several years. They had a verbal argument in the car that turned physical. Then she was shot. Video from a Tesla captures the moments following the shooting. A man who appears to be white gets out of the driver's side of a beige sedan. The passenger door opens, where we're told by relatives an injured Girl La 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 tries to get out. White is seen grabbing her by the hair and putting her back inside before calling for help. Girl La 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 was taken to Broward Health Medical Center where she died.
Oh, real Girl La La La.
She was known for her wigs and social media presence with nearly 300,000 followers on TikTok and more than 40,000 on Instagram.
Why?
Behind the scenes, friends and relatives say Girl La La and White had a tumultuous relationship.
What we leaving for?
White, who played football at Bethune-Cookman during his freshman year, was arrested once before for domestic violence in November of 2022. It was a different victim in that case. The arrest form stated he physically and maliciously battered the victim multiple times. Girl La La La's family is too devastated to talk on camera. They do tell Local 10 that they're praying justice is served to the fullest degree. Again, White facing a first-degree murder charge. He was denied bond over the weekend when he appeared before a judge. And the victim, Girl La La La, will be remembered by her loved ones and friends in a vigil scheduled to be held this Friday. That is the latest. Reporting live out of Fort Lauderdale this evening, Sanella Sabovic, Local 10 News.
Okay, so there we touched on that story as well. Okay, so now, hold on, y'all. Let me take that off my screen. Did it come off?
The cost to publish your book, translate it into your readers' native languages.
Okay. All right, so let me put my little hot chocolate stuff back in place. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you know, I mean, but this dude, he knew that the girl La 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 was a male, you know, and so apparently he must. I don't know, because I wasn't there. I've never experienced anything like this. But maybe he finally came to his senses as to the fact, because they was young. On the thing, it said he was born in the year 2000. So this year he'll be turning 26. And I don't know. I think this may have been like, 2 years ago, I think, because I heard of this story maybe about a year or two ago. So he was young. So maybe he's like, man, am I really doing this? Maybe I don't know. So I'm just making up assumptions because I don't know what was going through his mind. I don't know what was going through the girl La 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 La's mind. I'm just giving my opinion, but it's really sad and it's very unfortunate that the young transgender individual had to lose her life like that. I don't know the circumstances behind it, but it's just, they said they had a tumultuous relationship, so I don't know. but it was just, I don't know. But it's at the end of the day, to you transgender individuals, just be honest with who you are, because you have family out here that loves you no matter how you choose to live your life. you know your parents, they love you, so don't, because that's going to be a lot of stress and a lot of strain on your family members who really genuinely love you, cousins, aunties, nieces, nephews, whoever. Somebody loves you, baby. So and then, like, I believe, when I followed this story a few months back, the father, well, they might well say sperm donor, because he wasn't nowhere while the girl La 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 was growing up and everything. The mother was raising girl La La on her own, and then all of a sudden, when he finds out that there's a payday to be made, then he wants to come and get in the picture, and that's really sad, and it's very important. Then he don't want to see his son in no wig and no dress and all that stuff. Sir, that's not, who gives a dang what you think or how you feel? You wasn't in her life the whole time she was growing up, so who cares what you think? That's on you. And y'all know what kills me? What kills me is that these deadbeat sperm donors, all of a sudden, when their child, whether it be a straight child, a gay child, or whatever kind of child, when they see that they're elevating and they're going to the moon with their being famous or what have you, then all of a sudden, then you didn't have a couple of pennies to rub together for no diapers, no Enfamil, no Similac, no none of that. So how in the hell you gonna come in all of a sudden and want to try to play daddy? Man, get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? So there he had supposedly had two different services. He had a service, and then the mama had a service, because he talking about he didn't want his son in no wig, in no dress, in no casket. Sir, who cares? That's how his mama wanted him buried. That's how his fans wanted him buried. That's how that's how they knew who he was. So how you gonna come 20 some years later and talking about you don't want your son? Man, get out of here. See, that's what I can't see, y'all. And see, I don't want to touch too much on this because I'll get mad. Because I have a deadbeat sperm donor, you know what I'm saying? So, and these type of situations with these deadbeat sperm donors, all of a sudden, when their child reaches to when they elevate to a certain level, now all of a sudden you want to come around and want to try to play daddy. Yeah, I'm not gonna cuss, but y'all, I'm really see this. Let's hurry up and finish this out, y'all. Mama says, I remember that case. Her father had problems with her being dressed in female clothes. Yeah. And I didn't even see your comment before while I was just saying that. Yeah. That's crazy to me. So to all you sperm donors that have a problem with your child being transgender, being gay, whatever they choose to be in life, stay in your position where you were at before that child reached that stardom, okay? Don't now want to all of a sudden come around and be like, oh, I don't want to see my man, my son in no dress and no wig and no casket. Who cares what you think, sir? Who cares? All right, y'all. Let's see how we gonna end this out. Because I said I was gonna do an hour, and that's all I'm doing. So everything here is allegedly. Let me see. Wait a minute. Let me do my thing. Y'all, hold on. But it ain't alleged because it can't be alleged, but we gonna do it anyway. Everything here is fair use disclaimer under Section 107 Copyright Act 1976. Allowances for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, and I'm just a reporter, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. So what we just did, we researched some very sad situations here. And, I wouldn't never want to see anyone lose their life because they're pretending to be someone who they're not. Now, if you're going to go and just be straight up honest with the individual that you know that you're going to have a sexual relationship with, just be straightforward. I don't care what you do, how you do it, and your lifestyle. I don't care about that. But what I do care about is your safety. So y'all just be careful I love everybody. Love trans, love gays, I just love people. I love the human being, you know. But y'all be careful out there, you know. So, you know, but I'm ready to end it here, y'all, because I done got fat and full again, and I'm going to go lay it back down, baby. So if you have any comments to leave at the, you know, after I come up off here, please feel free to do so. If you choose to support the channel, it's going from right to left at the bottom of the screen. All donations is welcome. Run them donations, baby. Run them donations, baby. All right, y'all, I'm going to get about it. Who loves you, baby? You ain't got to go home, baby. Guess what? You got to get the hell up out of here. I thank each and every one of y'all for watching me this evening, Teen and Stir. Y'all have a good rest of y'all night. And God loves you, and so do I. Peace, love, and happiness, baby. Yes, he did. All right, y'all, I'm out.